morning, everybody. Welcome to the kitchen. Today we're going to make a French onion soup. And here is all of the ingredients that we need for the recipe. We need Spanish onions. We need 3 pounds. And olive oil, unsalted butter, sugar, salt, garlic. And we're going to use white grape juice because we're in school. If you're at home, you could use white wine. And our beef stock, Worcestershire sauce, bay leaves, fresh thyme, black pepper, of course our baguette, Gruyere, and Parmesan cheese. So let's start getting our mise en place ready, and then I'll show you how to make this recipe. We have 52 ounces of onions, which is a little bit more than 3 pounds. 3 pounds is 48 ounces. So let's get this going. We've got our large pot on the stove. We're gonna get it on sort of like medium high. Let's see. There we go. And we're gonna add our olive oil to the pot. And then here is our garlic, 2 cloves. I've already crushed and chopped those up. Our olive oil has had a chance to warm up. Let's get in the garlic. And our wooden spoon here, just throw that around. And I'm not gonna cook the garlic, for any length of time before I add the onions. I just wanna get them in first. And then we're gonna add in our beautiful onions. So we've got to saute those and get them cooking quite a while. So I'm going to turn this down to medium. And just every so often I'm going to stir these up and make sure they're cooking. Well, we've been sweating our onions for about 15 minutes, stirring every so often, and they've already begun to caramelize a bit. So we are going to add our sugar to help aid in that caramelization process. So I think I wrote down originally 1 teaspoon. Well, I'm a pastry chef, so I put 1 tablespoon of sugar. All right, so, what can you do? Can't take the pastry chef out of me. Okay, so now I'm also going to add in my butter. All right, so we're going to continue to stir this, and we want these onions to get a beautiful golden brown caramelized. Do you realize I could eat this whole entire pot of just caramelized onions by myself and not even make the soup? I love caramelized onions so much. But I will refrain from doing so we can get this soup made. It's going to take every ounce of willpower. Our onions are a nice, beautiful, golden brown caramelized. They look absolutely gorgeous. And what we're going to do now is we're sort of going to do glaze. Now, I don't really have anything on the bottom, but I do have a little bit right there. I have our white grape juice. And if you're at home and drink alcohol, you can use white wine. But we're in school, so we're using white grape juice. I'm just going to glaze the pot. So right over here, there's some nice brown bits. Put this in, and we're going to scrape down the bottom and get it all incorporated. All right, now we're going to add in our beef stock. So we need 8 cups, which is 2 of these containers. We're going to add all of that, and then we're going to add in our flavoring. I've got our sprigs of thyme, our 2 bay leaves, our pepper, kosher salt, and we're going to add a tablespoon of the Worcestershire sauce. So get those in, those beautiful fresh sprigs of thyme, pepper, salt, and then I'll get the rest of the beef stock and the Worcester in as well. All right, we've got all of our ingredients in here, and we want to bring this to a boil, and then we're going to simmer for about a half hour, maybe even up to an hour, and let this really beautiful flavors come together. Our soup is absolutely delicious. I'm loving it. And now we're going to make the accompaniment, which is a baguette with Gruyere and Parmesan cheese on top. The true French onion soup gratin is made in a crock with tons of the cheese over it, the toast submerged in the soup, and I don't have one of those soup crocks, so I'm going to try to find one. Plus, I want to perfect the recipe even more before I do that. So this is a perfectly wonderful version of onion soup, and we're going to start making our Parmesan toast, our Gruyere Parmesan toast, to go with it. So this is a French bread I got a key food. It is not the traditional baguette. However, if you can get the regular baguette, please do so. We will make do with what we have. We're not too picky, and we can always substitute whatever is available. So I'm slicing the bread on an angle on the bias, and I'm doing fairly thin slices because what we're going to do, we're going to brush both sides with olive oil, put it in the oven, and we're going to sprinkle Gruyere and Parmesan cheese over it and toast it until it's melted. And this will be sort of like a crouton being served with our French onion soup. All right, so we are going to get our croutons into the oven. So I already brushed this side of the bread. So we're just, with the pastry brush, liberally applying olive oil to both sides of our bread. And then we're gonna cover it mostly with the Gruyere. Here's our shredded Gruyere. A nice ample amount, and then just a tiny little bit of Parmesan right on the top. All right, and then we'll put it into our 300 to 325 degree oven until that has melted and it'll look gorgeous. Okay. All right, we got this whole tray ready to go into our oven. We got it at 325, and we're gonna set the timer for about 6 minutes and rotate it and see how long it takes. Here we go, let's see. Oh, gorgeous, look at that. All right, so that was in for 6 minutes. I rotated it another 6 minutes, and voila, these gorgeous large croutons that can go right into our soup. It's a little hot, so be careful. Whew. All right, here's our finished onion soup with a Gruyere and Parmesan crouton. There we go, beautiful. And we did 3 pounds of Spanish yellow onions, 4 tablespoons of olive oil, and if I do it again, I'm gonna do 4 tablespoons of butter. I used 1 tablespoon of sugar, a half teaspoon of kosher salt, 2 cloves of garlic, half cup of white grape juice, 8 cups of beef stock. Again, if I do it the next time, I wanna put another beef bouillon cube in there to give it a little more beef flavor. 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, 2 bay leaves, and a handful of fresh thyme sprigs, half teaspoon black pepper, and then we had a French bread, our Gruyere cherries, and our Parmesan, and some more olive oil spread on top of that. So I hope this inspires you to cook at home and enjoy this soup. Take care, everybody. Bon appetit. Those are my students yelling at you to subscribe. So please click like and subscribe. Thank you, everybody. For more recipe demonstrations, please click like and subscribe to Chef Victoria Love's YouTube channel and have fun in the kitchen. Thank you.